Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, On Point Reviews, all day, every day. Welcome back yet again guys. If you are one of my old subscribers, we're at it again. It's a beautiful day outside. Happy MLK Day if you are from the United States. It's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful holiday. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe right now because we've got a ton of videos right here. And if you want to know more about Clive Christian, I've got a lot of their fragrances here on my video reviews. Now today we are going to go and talk about a Clive Christian fragrance, and this one in my opinion isn't really talked about much, but if you go to a Saks Fifth Avenue, if you go to like a Bloomingdale's, you'll see it stands out. Okay, it's got this really beautiful blue bottle. This fragrance is none other than Clive Christian 20th Anniversary Iconic Masculine. So this one right here was sent to me by a friend of the channel, Brian from Canada. Thank you, Brian, for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. This one right here, like I said, has this blue bottle that stands out. I think it stands out more than any of the Clive Christian bottles out there, okay? So there's a lot of curiosity about this 20th anniversary fragrance, and that's precisely what we're gonna talk about today. And there are a lot of viewers that are telling me, man, can you review something that's not fall winter, something that's spring summer, or something I can wear if I'm in a country with a hot climate or warm climate? Can you please talk about a fragrance like that? So definitely this is one of those. So we will be talking about Clive Christian 20th Anniversary Masculine right now. Hang on tight, let's hit the music. Hey, welcome back guys. Clive Christian Iconic 20th Anniversary Masculine. Let's go spray this right now. Okay guys, so let's talk about the notes right here guys. On the opening part of Clive Christian 20th Anniversary Masculine, you've got basically yuzu and pepper guys, okay? So if you guys are fans of yuzu, you're definitely gonna like this opening right here. Now the yuzu, if I could just describe it, what's so different between yuzu and the other lemon notes? Well, basically yuzu is tart, almost like grapefruit, but is fresher than grapefruit. So that's the best way I could describe it. It's almost like grapefruit in how tart it is, but then it is also fresh, okay? So pretty fresh. So this one opens with a lot of yuzu guys, and you've got red pepper here from the get-go. And from initial spray, my impression was, man, this is like a nice start of the day perfume, or start of the morning, start of the day, start of the work week. You're headed to work. Something that will zing you and wake you up is basically what this does here in the opening with the yuzu and pepper. Now within a few minutes after that initial jump start of the pepper and yuzu, you are going to get some lingering notes right here, okay guys? And then the lingering notes are basically Mandarin, Petitgrain, blackcurrant / Cassis, and Juniper berries, okay? So it's a wonderful medley right here in my opinion guys. I mean, it does surround this yuzu pepper combo, which is, I mean, that's really the main one, but then you are going to get those lingering berry fruit scents, okay? And for those who like Aventus, okay, you actually, for a second there, like I caught a little bit of Aventus for a second there, like just for like a few minutes of like smelling this fragrance. I guess it's the combination of juniper berries, blackcurrant, and even the Mandarin, which you can get from Aventus cologne. Like there's a small part of this that actually you can smell it and you can say, oh man, that kind of reminds me of Aventus right here. So these notes right here, the lingering fruity notes, basically surround this yuzu and pepper but do not overcome it. So basically just imagine those as sort of like a background base that, you know, adds a little bit more depth to the lemony peppery combo from the opener. Now headed towards the mid, you have a continuation of this lemony pepper combo by way of Elemi. Okay, so a lot of people that have tried this fragrance will say that this is a yuzu bomb, that the lemony peppery side actually continues all the way through the mid, all the way through the dry down. Well, actually that's because you have Elemi here, okay? And Elemi is basically a lemon green note, or lemony green note that has peppery woody undertones. Okay, so the LME, I would say, definitely continues the trend towards the mid. Now the note that changes this one a little bit right here is rosemary. Now rosemary comes in, adds a green herbal aromatic side to this fragrance, and it's quite nice. I mean, the rosemary here, in my opinion, makes this one a little bit more mature than usual. Okay, because if you didn't include the rosemary, and I think that if this was like purely just lemon and pepper, I think that this would be like more like youthful slash generic. But with the addition of rosemary here on the mid, it becomes a little bit more mature, a little bit more classy, a little bit more aromatic, thanks to that rosemary note. Now headed towards the dry down, guys, it gets woody with that cedar, and that's sort of like an expected thing. It's sort of like expected that this will be woody. There are a lot of citrusy notes that have cedar in them, and cedar eventually comes in, guys, and then you are going to get some smoky vetiver. Okay, so vetiver, the inclusion of vetiver here, just to me, I mean, it just puts a man stamp on this fragrance and says, hey, this is a gentlemanly type fragrance with the inclusion of vetiver to add to the woody notes. And then you've got rum, and the rum here, in my opinion, is actually just not that strong. I mean, I don't think it's that pronounced. I don't think it changes the fragrance drastically. I think it's just like an addition just to add more depth towards the dry down. Now to me, this mid to dry down part, or towards the dry down, is my favorite part because it adds some body into the fragrance. There's definitely more depth than usual. So thanks to those notes, I kind of like this part. So what do I think of this fragrance right here? Clive Christian Masculine 20th Anniversary. This fragrance to me reminds me of a fragrance house, and that is Creed. Okay, this one reminds me of Creed. I think that if you took the juice in this fragrance and you put it in a Creed bottle, I think you never know the difference. I think you can't discern which is which. Okay, and the reason for that is that this to me is pretty simple. Okay, it's a pretty simple formula that, you know, like I said, if you put it in a Creed, like it reminds me of Bois de Cedar. Okay, one of my Creed fragrances, discontinued Creed fragrances, which is basically lemon and woods, you know. So this one really does remind me of that in terms of its simplicity. So I mean, really, whoever's gonna buy this, in my opinion, I mean, you probably have money to blow. If you're big on like scent and price, and you know, you really want to hack that comparison, I think you're gonna revolt here, guys, because this one's definitely not like a $400 anniversary perfume. You know, when I think about anniversary type of perfumes, I'm thinking, man, this is like their best effort, or they would make something pretty complex and mind-blowing because they've done a few others, you know. But this one isn't. This is actually super, super simple, very much like a Creed grabber, like I said. And if money ain't a thing, if you're a big fan of Clive Christian and you gotta have them all, you gotta have the anniversary bottles, then yeah, sure. I mean, I'm sure you'll be fine with that. But to me, if you really do care about the price and the complexity, and you're a real big fan of Clive Christian, this might disappoint you a little bit because it's just too simple. I mean, it's lemon, pepper, rosemary, and woods, you know. I mean, some vetiver too, but I mean, definitely not mind-blowing. This is something that, I guess, this is a grabber. You know, if we think about usability, this is something that you can wear to work. This is something you can wear for casual instances, or, you know, anytime you would wear like a citrusy type fragrance, citrus aromatic fragrance. This can be also worn at night thanks to that vetiver in the end. The vetiver rum combination makes it wearable at night as well. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely not as good as, I would say, 1872, which is one of my favorite Clive perfumes. Is definitely not as good as their recent release, which is Crab Apple Blossom. That was amazing. This one's pretty simple. So, I mean, I can understand if there's actually some hate towards this fragrance because it's pretty, you know, pretty bland, pretty, you know, generic, as you can say. And I wish that they would have made this a little bit better because it's an anniversary perfume. You know, if I was the head of Clive Christian, I would have made something super, super, super special. Not just the bottle, but the juice itself would have been a little bit more complex and exciting. Yeah, so this one right here is nothing more than a citrusy, pepper, woody, aromatic fragrance. You know, is it worth $3.95? No. I mean, you guys can try it and see what I'm talking about, but I don't think it's worth $3.95 to me. I mean, like I said before, you know, if you're fans of the brand and really money ain't a thing, just like Creed, you know, like there are a lot of Creeds that, you know, to be honest, to me, they're not like $400, you know, and that's probably why a lot of people are buying the duo clones. You know, I would say try this one first, okay, see how it is, see how you guys like it. But to me, I mean, this is a dud. I said this one right here is pretty much like some Creeds out there, you know, which is like, it's really great, but you know, once your eyes are opened to other more complex scents, like it just changes the game. You know, I feel like these types of scents, like if you didn't know better, if you didn't know anything else, you might think it's really awesome. But if you open your eyes and try other scents that are, you know, more complex for the price point, I think that, yeah, I mean, you'll be like, wow, this is pretty normal, you know, it's pretty generic. Okay, so definitely try this one first. I'm pretty disappointed, to be honest, you know, and I'm a big Clive fan. So let's hope that on their next anniversary, maybe 25th or 30, they're gonna come out with something more exciting. Now I heard that the feminine one is amazing, so hopefully I'll get to try that one as well. Let me know in the comments below, guys, if you like Clive Christian. What are your favorites from this brand? I mean, right now, definitely Crab Apple Blossom is banging, okay? I did a review on that. I'll link you guys at the end of this video. I love that one right there. And of course, 1872 is one of my favorites ever for spring and summer. This one just doesn't measure up. Okay, so that's it. No BS review, no hype review on the 20th anniversary right here. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And if you're down with Clive Christian and niche perfumes in general, make sure you guys like and subscribe, guys, okay? And check out my spring summer playlist. I've got a ton of videos for spring summer if you are living in a hot or warmer climate, or if it's getting hot like right now. It's getting hot right now here in LA. Make sure to check out that playlist. And again, this is Troy D. Have a great week, guys. Happy MLK Day, guys, yet again. Take care. God bless.